Watch as the NBA beats the odds with unbelievable plays that make no sense and have a 0.0001% chance of happening. Get ready to be amazed by what can be done on the court that seems impossible. During the game, Warriors power forward Draymond Green went to the free throw line. Fans were on the edge of their seats, waiting to see how the shot went. They didn't know that this pretty normal try at a free throw would turn out to be a moment to remember. The strange thing, Green, who is known for his focus and precision, threw the ball toward the basket. But to everyone's surprise, the ball's path didn't seem to follow the laws of physics. As it went up, it became clear that something was wrong. The ball suddenly stopped and fell on top of the rim instead of going through the net. The crowd laughed and couldn't believe what they were seeing, and the players couldn't help but join in. From that point onward, Green and different players attempted to get the ball off the edge in various ways. They had a go at tapping the ring to make the ball drop out, however, it didn't work. Authorities and judges needed to step in light of the fact that they had no other decision. It took them a couple of moments to move the ball cautiously from where it was. The occasion was an entertaining method for demonstrating the way that even awesome and most experienced players can wind up in peculiar and interesting circumstances. Booker of the Utah Jazz volleys the ball without hitting it as a last-second shot. The Utah Jazz were playing a very important game against their biggest rivals, the Los Angeles Lakers. The game came down to a single play with just seconds left on the clock and the score tied. Donovan Booker got the ball near the three-point line, which was a scary turn of events. The touchless volley. As time was running out, Anthony Davis, the best player on the Lakers, put a lot of defensive pressure on Booker. When Booker volleyed the ball without touching it, everyone in the stadium and millions of fans watching at home were shocked. He did this to show how well he could move his hands and eyes together and how much he knew about the ball. With a perfectly timed jump, he met the ball in the air and moved his body to change its direction toward the basket. The last-second shot. As the ball flew toward the basket, it seemed like time stopped. Everyone in the crowd was looking at the impossible shot. The basketball gods must have been watching that night because the ball went in right as the final buzzer went off. The crowd cheered and clapped like crazy because Booker's bravery and skill amazed them. A new chapter in basketball lore. Booker's touchless shot will definitely be remembered in basketball history. Even though there have been many great shots in basketball, this one stands out as a great example of how great players' minds and bodies can work together to make something amazing. Booker's willingness to try things that didn't seem possible and to think outside the box has changed our thoughts about what can be done on the court. Despite the fact that Booker's touchless shot didn't promptly change the results of the game, it will motivate future b-ball players. It's a decent update that you want development and novel plans to stretch the boundaries of sports. At the point when youthful players see this, it will make them need to break new ground, question the state of affairs, and play their own specific manner. Shaquille O'Neal breaks the whole basketball hoop when he dunks. Shaquille O'Neal's body was different from anyone else's. He was more than 300 pounds and stood 7 feet and 1 inch tall. During his long, successful career, he showed off his skills as a center by hitting so hard that he broke backboards, but people will remember one dunk in particular as the best example of Shaq's power. Why it didn't work. It was a game with a lot at stake, and everyone was looking forward to seeing Shaq's team play against their tough opponents. As the game got more interesting, Shaq got the ball close to the basket. He flew through the air, rising above his opponents, and slammed the ball through the hoop so hard that it shook the ground. What happened? As people began to cheer, a loud crash stopped them in their tracks. Something awful had taken place. The whole basketball hoop fell because of Shaq's huge dunk, breaking glass and bending metal as it went. Both the players and the people watching had looks of shock and disbelief on their faces, which showed how big the moment was. The story keeps growing. The dunk by Shaquille O'Neal was a big deal right away, and the video of it quickly went popular on the internet and in the sports media. The event added to Shaq's fame and solidified his status as one of the best basketball players of all time. His dunks had more force and power than anyone else's, and both fans and other players remembered them. The meaning. Shaq's dunk was more than just a show. It also showed how fast and strong the best athletes are. It showed how much raw strength can be used in basketball. This accident also led to changes in basketball equipment, like tighter rules and stronger backboards, so that similar accidents wouldn't happen again. This doesn't happen very often, but Greek Freak dunks over another player. The fact that Greek Freak even tried to do this shows how sure he is of himself and how much he wants to see what is possible. The Greek Oddity's dunk over another player that appears to resist gravity is something other than an actual show. It implies more than that. It shows that the player has conquered impediments and has areas of strength that won't let the person in question stop. Fans found in that short second how difficult work, devotion, and a tenacious pursuit of significance can take an individual to extraordinary levels and show them how far they can go. Fans are very affected by things like this, especially young people who want to play basketball like the Greek Freak. People dream and get ideas from the way he fights gravity with such grace and power. From 94 feet away, Jeremy Lamb makes a great shot, but it doesn't count. In the second from last quarter, the Hornets had the ball as there was simply no time left. With just seconds left, Jeremy Sheep, who is known for his scoring abilities, had the ball. He immediately tossed the ball the whole way to the next container, which was 94 feet away from his own free toss line. The people in the crowd held their breath as the ball seemed to fly against the laws of physics. The shot was so well made that it went all the way across the court without any trouble. As people gasped in shock, it seemed as if time had stopped. Even though everyone thought it was a great moment, the shot did not count. The judges said Lamb threw the ball just after the buzzer, so the points were taken away and the Hornets didn't have a great way to end the quarter. Even though everyone in the crowd was sad, no one who saw the amazing feat will ever forget it. Manu Ginobili grabs a bat with his bare hands during a game. On October 31st, 2009, the San Antonio Spurs and the Sacramento Kings played at the AT&T Center in Texas. When a bat flew around the court in the middle of the first quarter, the game was stopped quickly. Both the players and the fans were left in shock. Ginobili took charge and acted without fear when the surprise visitor caused chaos. Remarkable reflexes. Ginobili calmly and deliberately followed the bat as it swooped down towards him. Everyone was shocked when he suddenly put out his arm and caught the bat as it flew through the air. The crowd cheered and gasped as Ginobili held the animal he had caught in the air. Heroic action and immediate effect. Ginobili knew that using a bat in an enclosed sports stadium could be dangerous. His quick thinking and brave action stopped the game for a while and made sure that both the players and the people watching were safe. So the game could go on, he gave the bat to the people in charge of the stadium. Fans and the media were also amused and amazed by what happened, which made Ginobili a star overnight. A fearless legacy. When Manu Ginobili caught a bat, it became one of the most famous moments of his long and successful career. Ginobili's bold way of playing basketball made him popular all over the world. People liked him because he was determined, passionate, and seemed to have a lot of energy. The events where he caught the bat showed how brave and driven he was. It also made people think that he would do anything to help his team. Impact that lasts. Basketball fans still talk about and respect Manu Ginobili's amazing catch of the bat, even though it happened years ago. It shows how unexpected sports are and how incredible athletes are. Ginobili's bravery and calmness when something unexpected happened will always be remembered by fans, making the bat catching incident a famous story that goes beyond sports.